Hey there folks, welcome back to Midwest Horizon here on my 10's Ranch series. We're in November. We've moved a little bit of time since the last episode. You see, actually ended up with the air cart there to go with the cedar, and I did use that to plant the barley. I was going to try to do an episode with planting that, but it just didn't feel right. So I moved on past that. We'll have plenty of other opportunities to see that thing in action here coming up. Actually, maybe pretty soon, because we are currently harvesting the soybeans, or at least one field of soybeans. The other field that's planted there in front of us is not yet ready. You see the grass over here on the right has grown back a little bit. The clover has too, but we're in November, so it's not going to grow anymore, I don't believe. So I'm going ahead and... Oh, I forgot I had that in here. I completely forgot about this piece of equipment I bought. I have never used it this whole series. I've forgot I had it. Matter of fact, I really haven't. I hadn't even used the fuel trailer yet, I don't think. So yeah, we've got to put some fuel in the combine. It's a little too big to get down that little road beside the fuel tank, especially with the header trailer attached to it. So I just went on to the field with it and figured I'd just bring the fuel tanker in and get it some fuel. So we're doing that right now. But yeah, so the grass is not growing back, I don't believe. Since we are in November, it's probably done. And so I've got the mower going over in the big grass field. We do need to move it over here. Let me pan around back this way. So yeah, you see it's green still back there. Let's see if my mouse will show up. I don't know if it'll show up in the recording. I think it will. So yeah, this field over here that we combined, those two fields, planted soybeans, is still green. It needs one more month to finish up. So we'll get that next month in December. But the main thing we're doing today is trying to get these soybeans harvested and start working on getting some of this grass collected up. So a couple things that I want to mention. You notice we're back up to $1 million. I have dumped quite a bit of money onto the loan. See, we're down to under 6.5. We're right close to 6.4 million left on the loan from the initial 10 million. So man, we're knocking that thing out. We're definitely met the goal I wanted to make this year of having 2 million paid off. So we're well ahead of that. Maybe even closer to 4, maybe 5 million once we sell some of our crops. So we may be halfway done after just a little over a year and a half of gameplay. So that is fantastic. I'm really pleased to see that we are making money. So that's good. We're making money. I'm going to stop it there. That's good enough. We'll top it off later if we need to. Yes, we're making money. We're moving along really well. It is still... I am going to complain again. Oh man, about the time. Just spending a lot of time in-game. Matter of fact, I had spent quite a bit of time between episodes. So did a lot of playing, trying to just, I tell you, the majority of the time is taking the slurry and the manure off to the biogas plant. So I know I said that I was thinking about not continuing the manure production, not putting any more straw in. But then I got to thinking, well, that's making us some money. At least for now, I'm going to continue doing that because it is actually just is such a good source of income, and it really doesn't cost as much at all, other than a little bit of straw. So we're going to keep doing that, at least for now. But what I've decided to do is, let me stop this combine here. We'll start getting it full of fuel, and it looks like it needs to be unloaded anyway. Yeah, so what I started doing is... not what I started doing. I got to get my train of thought. I can't drive a combine and talk at the same time. So what I decided to do is to buy another trailer for the manure. I know we talked about this earlier on in the series. Is using some equipment that's not quite realistic. We're going to use some modded equipment. Well, a lot of mods, but let's just say unrealistic. So I am going to purchase the TLX trailer. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that right now. We're going to go ahead and buy that. You know what? These ones here, that actually holds 200,000 there. That's cheap. I could have done something like that. The only problem is I can't pull it with the semi. So what we're going to use is this one over here. Yeah, the TLX X52 tipper. And we're going to go with the Unreal capacity. It holds 250, I believe it is. Yeah, 250. Wheels look good. I don't care about really any of that. Extras, yeah. Yeah, we'll just go with standard. Yeah, let's get some lights on that. I like the lights. Do we want to... I don't think we want to add anything to the back. We don't need a cover since we're just hauling manure. And, you know, I'm going to leave it black. I'll just leave it black. So let's go ahead and get... Gotta have a plate. It's $109,000. A little expensive, but it'll hold a whole lot more. I can make one trip when I'm hauling off the manure. At least for now, we're going to keep the Mac dumper here. It works good. I've cleaned it out really well. It works good for the grain. Maybe at some point in the future, if we're doing a whole lot of grain work, might can look at upgrading or maybe just getting another one. I'm not real sure. But for now, I think it's working out pretty good. So we'll just keep this one as our dedicated grain hauling trailer. And then we'll use that other one since it will be hauling manure. Although this one was too. Oh. Got some manure and soybeans mixed together. Oh well. Yeah, since the other one will be hauling manure, we'll just let it do that. So that we're not mixing it. Try to be somewhat authentic or real. I don't think people would haul grain in a manure trailer, so we'll do that. We have the bigger trailer now. We can make just one run, hopefully a day, down to the biogas plant, and that'll help me make that a little bit easier. So we're working on the soybean field here. One thing I do want to note, I know we had looked at this before. I want to show you in the menu. Way down here toward the bottom. Yeah, soybean straw. We don't have it. There's no soybean straw. I tried to enable the straw swath. It didn't work. So there is no soybean straw. Not sure why it is in the for sale menu. Could have been something that was to be added, just never got added on this particular version of the map. Alright, we'll get the combine going again. And I've just been letting a worker run here. I've been running around trying to do some other things. But one thing I want to notice, let's get down. I want to set the worker. And watch what this header does when we get down here to the end of the field. Hopefully it'll do it. Maybe it won't make a liar out of me. But it does seem to get hung up the last few bits of the row. Let's see if it does it. Yep, look at that. What is it doing? Come. Yep. Oh boy. It is messed up. It is jiggling and wiggling, but nothing's happening. Come on. Nope, it ain't gonna do it. But if I jump out, watch what happens. He doesn't like me riding with him. Isn't that weird? Oh well. I'm gonna stay out of it so that it works properly. Actually, you know what? We emptied all the way out, so that truck is not full yet. So, real quick, just to show you what all we have, we did sell the Triticale. So that is gone. And we do have the wheat, barley, and oats that's coming up. Should be coming up pretty soon. So we're looking at maybe, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, about $600,000 we'll make off that. Of course, we have the soybeans we're harvesting now. Won't be ready to sell until mid next year. But already we have that much value in the silo. So 604,000 liters of total mixed ration. That is keeping up for now. I think at some point I'm going to have to upgrade that factory just to make sure we're producing enough. And the other thing I want to mention is that, let's see, where's the cows? So we have had some calves. And what I've been doing is moving the calves, the female calves, over here into this cow barn 7. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4 barns with animals in them. So we still have the other 4 barns here that we need to add cows to at some point. And then down here, the steer finishing pasture. I want to note that the grass is not keeping up anymore. So I don't know if we've just got too many. They're eating it too fast. I don't know what happened. So I have brought some hay down. Now they had 0 health and productivity from the hay. It's been in there for a month, I think. And so they've got no. So I actually just made an edit into the XML. I'm going to try to see if the hay won't give them 100% going forward. So we're going to try that, see what happens. And actually, once we tick over to the next hour, we should be able to see if that works, or at least starts to work. So we've got quite a few of animals, but I do need to buy some more. And that's going to be my goal here, probably this month. Once I get done with everything, I want to see where we're at with silage and hay, and maybe go ahead and buy another couple 300 cows. It's expensive buying the cows, but I think we'll do that. Maybe buy another 300 and put those into one of those other barns down there, and I start with them, and I'll let them get going. Keep things rolling. We're making a lot of money on milk. That is actually starting to get very profitable. So as we continue with the production of that, hopefully our income stays steady or growing. Either one will be good. You know, did I use that roller, that mulcher? I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Now it kind of seems like I did at some point. I don't remember. I really don't. Oh well. Oh well. Let's park the truck here. Matter of fact, I could actually. Let's bump over here. Let's find a tractor. Actually, you know what? That truck is almost full. Let's go ahead and empty that out. So I'm trying to make this video not quite as long as the last one. It went over a bit. I try to keep them around about 20 minutes. Sometimes it's hard to do. We got so much going on. But like I said from the get-go, this is not a realism playthrough. It's a challenge playthrough, and I'm having to adjust, make some changes on the fly to try and get me through this. I had no idea how much time I would have to spend. Even though I am using helpers for a lot of it, I am still having to do quite a bit of manual work. So it just takes a lot of time, so I'm going to have to adjust and get some different equipment to try and help me with the process. So we'll do that a little bit as we go. That trailer was the first step. We do have, I think, quite a bit of solid fertilizer we need to sell. So that'll be a nice chunk of change as well. I tell you, adding the milk cell, automatic milk cell mod was a good call. That is just one less product that I have to distribute from the animal pens. So that is working out well. I'm actually almost considering selling or setting the solid fertilizer to sell automatically. I know I'll lose a little bit of money on it, but I don't know. That doesn't take a whole lot of time because it actually is up close to the sell point. So I'm usually up there dropping some manure off. I can usually just load up with the fertilizer, take it over and sell it on my way back to the farm. So yeah, I probably won't do that. That way I can maximize my profits there. So we're going to get this put into the silo, and then while that's dumping, let's let that go. And I want to jump over here, and let's just see, where's the map? Where are we at on the map? Here we go. All right, so this guy is about halfway done. Well, a little over halfway done with that field. So I don't need to, you know what, let's just jump over here and take a look at it. So yeah, I do have courseplay going here, and it is just running on its course. You see the grass is not fully grown, so it's probably not going to make that much. Definitely not what we have been getting, but it should make some. I mean, it's going to be better than nothing. So since we just ticked over to 11, let's take a look. Yep, there we go. Look, their health is coming up. Perfect. So they are able to now operate on hay, so that's good. Very good. I'm pleased to see that. There's no reason why they wouldn't eat hay. I don't understand. Hopefully in FS25, this is better system. This is not a good system. I don't like it. I don't like the system. So anyhow, you see the biogas plant still has quite a bit of slurry and manure. It's just steady cranking solid fertilizer. We got quite a bit there. And then over here in the mixing production, still quite full. I've added some straw. I just actually used the bales and used the telehandler. We still have quite a bit of hay. So I just bought another truckload of Total Mix Ration. Matter of fact, what I ended up doing is the mod I had placed down to buy it over at the animal dealership. It was very expensive, very expensive. So I actually downloaded the Buy Anything silo from, I think it's A2 Studios. And I placed that down over at the one of the grain sale points. So I started going over there to buy it. And it's saving me roughly $50,000 a truckload. So instead of paying about 125 or a little bit more per load, down to around 80 something. So quite a bit of difference on what I'm spending on mineral feed. So that's much better. And so that was a good call. So definitely glad I did that. So yeah, this guy is mowing along. We need to look at what we have in our stores here. So we do still have quite a bit of clover hay. We have 806,000 liters of that. We do have, let's see, straw's good. So hay, we had 200,000. So we have about 1 million liters of hay. And we have 5 million liters of silage. So if we look at the formula over here, for a mixed ration, it uses, let's just say, double the amount of silage to hay. So if we have 1 million liters of hay, at most we would need 2 million liters of silage. So I could take some silage down to the biogas plant and get rid of it that way. The other thing is we also, I need to look at the food. So I do have the mod here that tells our food requirements. So if we look at, let's just say Cow Barn 8 here. It's one of our heavily populated barns, I think. Well, actually, I think Cow Barn 1 has the most. But Cow Barn 8 is 1.4 million liters of food per year. 54,000 a day. Cow Barn 1 is actually 2.4 million liters. So almost 100,000 food per day they're eating. So we're really cranking through. So I have a lot of silage, and I think I made silage out of this field last time, but I think I'm actually going to make some hay out of this field this time, and swap the other grass field right over there. We're going to make silage with, so I'll swap it over, make silage bales out of that, make the hay over here, just to get a little bit more hay. Then we will silage off of this cutting. So let's go ahead, and I need to go ahead and get a tether going. Let's see. Yep, this is the tractor we want here. So let's go ahead and get to a tedding. Now, at some point, I need to go ahead and buy the cutter head that will just make the hay as it cuts it. But I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll do it at some point in the future. That may be nice once, or if we get to a point of having 2 of those swathers. Then we can run them both and then come along behind with a rake and be good to go. So since this really does not need to, but you know what, I am going to make a course play here, because sometimes the helpers just quit working on the tedding. Now with this big of a tedder, it probably wouldn't, but we're going to do that. We'll just go ahead and get a course set up here real quick, and then I can jump back over and get back into getting some grain hauled off for that, for the combine. So real quick, we'll just do one headland, 70 meters, smooth, probably. That should be okay. Yeah, I think everything will be okay. Generate, and let's let her rip. Start its first waypoint. There we go. All right, let's go hop over into the truck. Need to get into the right menu there. There we go. Let's see where our combine is located. It doesn't look like it's down there. Ooh, I don't see it. Let's pull down in the field and see if we can't find it. So yeah, I'm just steady working through the process, just growing the cows off, trying to keep them fed, trying to keep, what is this, all the way down at the end? That figures. Yeah, trying to keep the slurry and manure rolling up to the biogas plant, keeping that rolling, so that we're getting the digest state, moving into the solid fertilizer production. So it's just a, man, it is just a cycle over and over and over, but we're rolling through it. You see the barley we planted in that field, that looks really good, nice and green. Everything's been fertilized. So once we get done harvesting this field, for sure we'll be done with it today. Had rain earlier today, so the field is actually really muddy. When I brought the combine in, it actually started sinking, so that was a little bit interesting for a while. But what I want to do is, since this field will be harvested, I am actually going to go ahead and replant it. We do need to continue getting straw. So what I'm going to plant is wheat. You see, we're right here in November. I still have time to plant some wheat. I'm going to get that in the ground, and then that will be ready in July, which we then could replant soybeans again if we wanted to at that point. So still trying to do the double crop, keep crops rolling, maximizing our fields best we can. So yeah, that's what I'll do. We'll go ahead and get this harvested. I feel like we're going to have quite a bit of soybeans if we look, and we've already dropped in, yeah, 110,000 liters, 245. So we very well could have a very, very, very profitable harvest off of this field, and we have the other field of soybeans, so we may get close to, I'm going to just go ahead and project close to $1 million worth of soybeans. So that is phenomenal. That'll go straight to the loan, drop that down, and get that paid, because once I stop paying interest and stop having to pay this loan, we're gonna have so much money. But we got to get to that point. I've got to get to that point. I've got to try to get more efficient at this playthrough. That is my struggle, is staying efficient. And to be honest with you, staying motivated. I was really excited about this series. Still am. I think this is a really neat challenge, but it is hard. It's been very hard on me. I've had so much real life stuff going on that I hadn't had the energy and the motivation to just keep on this one. So, but I've been trying back past week or so. I've been really trying to roll back into it and get going, get a pattern, a routine. And so I'm trying to get back more consistent with the videos. And we're going to finish this baby up. Not that it's ending anytime soon, but we will finish it. Whether I just tell you I can't do it, and we're where we're at, or we're going to get to that 10,000 cows. One way or the other, we're going to finish this series and see it through. So you have my word. We're going to see this one through and see how this plays out. Like I said, I may not produce enough food to feed 10,000 cows. I don't know. I may have to buy it, and that may be an option. We may have to buy food at some point just to get over a hump, or if we're making enough money from milk and things like that, hey, maybe we can buy some food, subcontract those efforts in. So we'll see how it works out. But for now, we're rolling along. We're doing it really well financially. We got plenty of equipment. We're doing good. I think this thing's going to work out. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure and click that thumbs up button for me. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that as well. I'm getting really close to 11,000 subscribers. I'd really like to hit that very soon. As always, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I'm not just saying it. I do appreciate you. I appreciate the comments, the views, the support. Without you, my channel would be absolutely nothing. So thank you, and I hope each of you have a blessed day. And I hope each of you have a blessed day.